In order to grade and review a quiz that you've offered to students, follow these steps. First, click on your quiz that you've had the students take. When you get to this page, you're going to see the number of attempts. Go ahead and click on that link. Now, this is much different than Moodle 1.9 in terms of reviewing and grading a quiz. First of all, you'll notice there is no 4 tabs up here that we used to have, manual grading and some other options. Those options have now moved to the side. Okay, specifically, if I'm here, I'm in sample quiz, results, and then I have 4 options: grades, responses, statistics, and manual grading. Now in this particular quiz, we can see from the main screen we have some options. For this page, I can select to sort everything by participants who've attempted the quiz, ones who have not, and both. Okay, you can change that depending on what your needs are as a teacher. You can mess with the page size a little bit. I just leave this as default. If you want to, if this gets too messy for you, where you've got a lot of answers here, you can change this to show/download marks for each question. If you want no, select no, show report. And now it's just showing the most basic information for the quiz. If I want all the information, I can switch back to yes, click show report, and there's all individual answers. Okay. Now I can select regrade all. That'll take me to another screen where I can manually overwrite all the grades. That kind of defeats the purpose of using Moodle, so I'm not going to get into that or the dry run as a full regrade. We'll talk about handling essays in just a moment, though. Okay, I can download this information. This is a really nice feature. I select Microsoft Excel, an open Office document, and some other items here. I'll just show you what it looks like in an Excel sheet. If I select this, I can click download the data as, click OK. And here's the student's name, the email address that's in Moodle for them, when they started, when they completed, time it took them, question 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 questions in this quiz, and their overall grade. And I have not yet graded that essay, so it's registering as not yet graded. So kind of a cool feature, really easy to do. And then if you don't want some of this information, I can just come in here and delete the cell, get it closer. So you got a nice little printout for whatever purpose you might need that for. And again, the greatest advantage of Moodle quiz feature is that it will grade things for you. It will generate reports for you. It will cut out a lot of work that you used to have to do. So for example, with this, I can go back and reteach this with my students right away. All right. So let's take a look at what of our summary information is telling us. Right now, I have question 1 happens to be an essay question, so I have to grade that, and I'll do that in just a moment. Question 2, I'm seeing this student got it right, the student got it wrong, the student got it partially correct. The average for the class is 50%. So if this is, let's say, a type of question that we know is going to be important on a year-long assessment, a final, and of course exam, map, whatever, prep, whatever it might be, I can see that right now I need to work on this question with my students. Same thing with 3 and 4. So I'm getting what each individual student answered right here. I'm getting what the class answered right here. Okay, and that's really the main focus of what the grades options gives you in this particular feature. I'm going to skip responses and go to statistics. If I click on statistics, it's telling me quiz name, course name, and it's telling me number of graded attempts, total number complete graded attempts. So I can get some information here. Again, I don't have that yet because I have to grade that last question. All right, but this is another way to get some quick information for you as well. And you can also export this information to an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so let's go ahead and grade those essay questions. Again, like we said, Moodle will grade every type of question for you except for essay. You'll have to grade those yourself. And here's how to do that. I'm going to click on my 4th option here, manual grading. It's going to tell me I have one type of question. That's the name of the question happens to be Moodle test essay. I have 3 to grade, and I'm going to click grade all. I can grade each individual, or I can grade all. Okay. One thing on this real quick I want to point out is right now it's just showing me the questions that I have to grade. Moodle's assuming that I don't want to regrade everything. If I did, I could show all the questions that I wanted to grade here. But like I said, these have already been graded. Okay, so I'll click grade all here. Okay, now I can keep this very simple or complex. It's up to me. Notice each one of these, is where the question text would be. This is where the student's answer would be. This is where I would put my comment. And here's where I would put my mark or grade. In this case, it's out of 1. So I would put 1, and the student would get a 1 out of 1. Okay? I can give this student, say, a 0, and I'll give this student half a point. Okay. Notice grading essays is pretty quick when you do it this way versus when you're using paper. You can just continue to scroll down and work through it that way. Make sure that you click save and go to the next page, because if I just were to close this out right now, it would not save any of my marks and I'd have to redo everything. Okay. So I'm going to click save and go to next page. And these have been completed. I can go back in and regrade them if I want. I don't have to, because it's complete at this point. All right. Now I'm going to click on grades. Notice now it's indicating overall grades. Okay. Then I got my average here as well. Notice too, it's giving me a class average. All right. So it's doing a lot of the legwork in terms of gathering data for me relatively quickly. Let's go back to that statistics screen. Now I can show you here. It's going to give you some more information. Number of attempts, average grade for the attempt, median grade, all that good kind of stuff. All right. You can export this as well. This is a lot of really nice information it's giving you. Standard deviation, all this good stuff. Again, you just can't generate this on your own as a teacher. That's just the strength of the Moodle quiz feature. That's why it's such a powerful tool. Okay, so when you're done, I'm going to go back, and again, I do want to take a look at our responses at this time. Okay, because what it's going to do is give you and tell you exactly what the students actually answered, as opposed to what their grade is and whether that was correct or not. I did want to cover that for you as well. Okay. Now, if you're a student, your students will also log in, click on the quiz, and see this information as well, as long as you've enabled those options for them. Okay. And this has been how to review quiz options, quiz results.